Welcome back to 22 News in Focus. Today we're talking about the work being done at Rachelstable, an organization that provides food programs that fight hunger. One of their programs fits well with our local agricultural scene, the gleaning of produce. So joining me now is Cara Michelle Silverberg, Rachelstable Director of Intercultural Learning and Land-Based Programs, and Sarah Bluestein, Rachelstable Gleaning Assistant. Thanks so much for you both being here today.
Thanks for having us.
So let's start with what is gleaning?
Gleaning is an ancient cultural practice of harvesting food that's left over in fields by and for people who are vulnerable and food insecure.
And what does, who does the gleaning?
So when we glean, we are coming from a cultural tradition that is near and dear to us as a Jewish organization. And at the same time, we recognize that people from many different cultures throughout history and presently have different ways of gleaning food and caring for the people in their communities who need that food. So when we glean, we are working with people in our community who themselves are impacted by food insecurity, as well as people who just want to volunteer and work with us.
Yeah, and gleaning exists worldwide in a number of different forms, and in the U.S. there are over 200 gleaning organizations who are all connected through networks and professional conferences and share information that can be locally relevant to their programs. So we're part of a large community.
And is there a specific time that gleaning takes place, and how is that organized?
Sure, gleaning happens from July through November. That is our main gleaning season because that's the growing season where we live. Do you want to speak to more of how it works?
Yeah, how our program works is we have a number of farmer partners. This last year in 2023, we worked with 13 farmer partners. And when they're done harvesting a specific crop, say carrots, they'll send us a message to either Cara or I, and they'll say, we're done with carrots. Would you like to come harvest what we weren't able to pick or what we have left? And then we'll send out an email to our network of gleaning volunteers, and we'll say who's available to harvest carrots on Tuesday at 2 p.m. And people will sign up, and we'll send out information, and then one of our staff members, usually Cara or myself, will show up with about an average, I would say, of 12 volunteers. We'll all spend 2 hours picking carrots, having a really nice time, chatting, getting to be farmers for a little bit. And then we'll weigh all the carrots and we'll distribute them, and we'll be in contact with one of our many partner agencies, or several of our partner agencies, and our gleaners, or sometimes the Rachelstable delivery van, will deliver the carrots all over the Pioneer Valley. So it's kind of all in one day.
Yeah.
We get them where they're going.
A lot involved in that.
There's a lot involved in that.
And so tell us, when was this program created and how has it evolved over the years?
Sure. So in 2007, the director of Rachelstable at that time, Debbie Rubenstein, had the seed of an idea to do this gleaning thing. And one of the long-term beloved volunteers of Rachelstable, B. Lovey, took on that vision and developed a program. She brought on a local agricultural educator, Jessica Harwood, who coordinated this program for many years after that. And in those early years, they built some strong relationships with local farms that built a foundation for how this program has grown. When they started, they really focused on educational groups. So for example, youth groups from synagogues or churches, scout groups, to come out, glean food, and learn about food insecurity. We still do that. We still have private groups that come out with us, but we've also shifted our focus to not only have private groups coming out, but to also have open community gleans. Sarah can share more about that in a moment, but I'll just say with the private groups, one of our real foci at this point is to bring in groups that are working with the issue of food insecurity in a deeper way. Rather than just a one-off where they come once during the year and then forget about us, we want to work with people who are asking these questions and getting involved in community solutions at a deeper level.
Yeah, and I'll just say about the Open Community Gleaning Program, coordinating that has been a big part of my job this past year, and with that growth we were able to move from 8 gleans in 2022 to 44 gleans in 2023.
Wow.
So we've really expanded in that way, and it's become a really special space where a lot of our volunteers would never have met outside of these gleans, and they've just come together through this shared love for, getting to be outside, picking food, helping build our local food systems. All these different reasons that bring people there has really built this community of people who, especially last year in 2023, so many people were coming back every week and were really getting to know each other and connecting in different ways. And part of our program also allows our volunteers to take food home with them to distribute to their community, to their neighbors, to other people they know who might need that. And I think kind of adding that personalized level to the gleaning has been really meaningful. Like we're always gleaning for our partner agencies, and it's really special to have people connecting to also work on their own projects, a pop-up food pantry, just other ways that they're fighting food insecurity in their own lives.
Yeah, do you have numbers on about how many pounds of food that you glean annually?
Absolutely. So in those early years of the program, Rachel's Table gleaned somewhere in the 8,000 to 9,000 pounds of food per year range. Wow. Since 2001, we've been dramatically increasing. In 2022, we harvested about 16,000, a little over 16,000 pounds. Last year, we harvested over 28,000 pounds. And we have a goal to be around 36,000 pounds in the coming year.
Yeah, and how does gleaning benefit the participants?
The farmers. So one of the major ways is, well, first of all of our farm partners are hugely supportive of our program, and for a variety of reasons, they're not picking the crops, but it's not for a lack of wanting to. Like, they want this food to be going to people. So I think Rachel's Table really uniquely hits this demand where everyone involved would like this food to go to people, but the farmers, maybe they don't have the labor, maybe it's overplanting for financial reasons. Like, there's a lot of reasons that there's more food than they will be harvesting, but Rachel's Table is hitting this moment where just by doing a little bit of logistical coordination and with the help of our volunteers, we can come in and we can get this food that would otherwise be composted or tilled back into the ground to people who can really use it. So I think all the farmers we work with are hugely supportive of that and appreciative that we're able to make that connection. And then also everything that we donate, we weigh, we keep track of the poundage very carefully, and at the end of the year we send them a letter of everything they've donated that becomes tax deductible. Wow. So yeah, it's financially helpful as well.
Yeah, and the bigger picture is that food it can go to waste so easily. So by having this program, food isn't going to waste, it's going to the people who really need it, and that's what's important.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how it contributes to the local food system resilience.
Sure. So one thing that we found this year as we really expanded our open community gleaning program is that people gave us the feedback that we heard things like, I never quite realized how much goes into producing food, or I didn't realize just how talented farmers are, or wow, these farmers are so generous, or wow, this land is so beautiful. How do we take care of it? So there were all these ways that stewardship of land, respect for farmers, and a desire to somehow give to a local agricultural system that can sustain itself and sustain our community in a healthy and resilient way. People just expressed that was alive for them.
And how many farms do you partner with?
13 this year, or 13 in 2023. We're always looking to partner with new farms.
Yeah, and how would a farm, get involved with that?
They could email either one of us. They could give us a call. Any of those.
Yeah, they can reach out through the Rachel's Table website.
Yeah, and how can our viewers help support your program?
Come glean with us.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We sent out a survey to all of our gleaners at the end of the year, and the biggest feedback was just how much fun people have gleaning.
Yeah, do you go around to businesses, or what's the best way to market gleaning?
Gleaners are really great marketers.
Yeah.
They post it on social media themselves. They invite their friends and their family. They come back time after time. We also have folks from different kinds of sports teams or universities or different places who are interested in getting their people out. So anyone can sign up to glean, and really gleaners themselves have been spreading the word.
Yeah, and also it's a very intergenerational community, and I think there just aren't a lot of intergenerational spaces that exist like this where people can just connect with people they might never have met, and that was a really special part of last season, was just watching everyone connect with each other.
Thank you both so much for your insight on the program. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.